Hi, I am Waverly Strickland, she, her, and I am the costume designer for Don't Hydroplane. So after I read the script, it was kind of funny to me because a lot of the older ladies in the show remind me of my family. So some of the characters I know more about, some of them I don't. There's one character in the show, Betty Queen, who reminds me a little bit of my grandma. And I was like, oh, she shops at Chico's. She absolutely shops at Chico's. And so it gave me like a really clear image, which was just such a nice way to start off this process. It was really interesting reading the show because it comes off as such a comedy, but there are such nice moments of kind of peeling back that layer. There's a lot of themes about first impressions and wanting to come off looking nice and having your neighbors have this perception of you. But there are such great moments where they start to break and they start to really grieve, and you can see the struggle that these characters are having. I enjoy working with new works a lot. One of the things that happens a lot is like there's always changing dialogue, and working so closely with the playwright, you can really get into their brain about who are these people, what is some information that might not be on the page, and then working with an actor who is doing this character for the first time really influences where this character is going. And so seeing how the play can develop with the help of the actors and bringing it to life, it's a very fun process.
My name is Molly Heel, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm the lighting designer for Don't Hydroplane. My first instinct with a new work, which is Don't Hydroplane, the first time it's being put up, that's some of my favorite theater to do because we get to design the whole world. Me, the director, the scenic designer. It's been a really good design process that we've been able to communicate a lot, and I think that the characters learn a valuable lesson in the sense of not to take those outward appearances and putting on that facade so seriously, and they learn to do what's best for their deceased loved one.
My name is Cleveland Maben IV, he, him, his. I'm directing Don't Hydroplane coming up, what's that, July 7th. Cool, so working with Brian, I got to meet him for the first time at the reading, and I was so nervous because I only had one day with my cast. Like, literally one day, and I was very ambitious. I blocked the entire reading. And I know the actors were looking at me like, we're gonna block this? And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna block it. But they trusted me and they did a beautiful job. And when I met Brian for the first time, I was very nervous because I was like, I hadn't had major conversations with him about my plans. And he loved it. He loved it so much that it inspired some other things. So the second draft of the script I saw, I could see some of the things that we had talked about. I'm so excited about this opportunity to direct with Playhouse. Playhouse has been really good to me in this, it's only been a year. And this is my fourth or fifth production with you guys, and it's just been an amazing ride. I tell people when I talk about Playhouse, Playhouse is a theater in this theater community that is doing the work. I'm always proud of Playhouse for taking it a step further, and they're also open to being uncomfortable. I think that's why I've been able to stay around, because Playhouse doesn't mind being critiqued. And then they take their critique and they take it to another place. I hope they take away, like I said, comfort, support, love, but I also want you to take away that you can do it. Like you can do it. You can do it. There's so many people always asking me like, how do I get into acting? How do I get into directing? All these things. So if anything, if it's not just a show that you take away messages from, take it from me. Like, go out there, put yourself out there and do it. And somebody's gonna see you. And love it. Give it all your passion. And I hope that this show encourages people that are out there that want to do theater, that want to be involved in the arts community, to take a chance. Start small. Like, get out there. Somebody's looking. Somebody will pay attention.